Today we're talking about how to stay motivated on YouTube so that you can be more consistent in your uploads and just so you don't burn out. And we're starting right now. Now, if you are watching this video on the replay, this is a live stream. The first part of this video is going to be basically sharing how to stay motivated on YouTube and how to stay consistent on YouTube. And the last part of the video is going to be basically just checking out channels and answering viewer questions. So with that out of the way, right now, it looks like we are having just a few problems. It looks like it's dropping here and there. But right now, I want to talk to you guys about motivation, because I know how difficult it is. You know, I'm uploading videos. I upload one video every single week, and I do a live stream every week. And starting on Monday, I'm getting ready to start introducing another upload, which is actually for something I'm going to call Mobile Mondays. So basically, in that series, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making videos on how to make videos on your phone. So you definitely want to check those out if you are into mobile video creation. What is going on, guys? Alex Perez, YT, Tannel, Flips Corner. What is going on, everybody? I'm just going to give a quick shout out, run down the list here for everybody that's in here. Nerdy Explorer, what's up? How you doing? Yo, Maximum Lighting, Mail Games, Super Mario Pushy World, Whoosome Beats, Creepy Creeper, Target Zero Anything, Maximum Lighting again. Yeah, my stream just kind of disappeared, but now I'm going to get back to it as I'm running down the list. What is going on, Rocky? Nice to see you in here, man. I love your videos, by the way. So as YouTubers, you know, staying on that grind and trying to make sure that we are always uploading consistent videos so that our audiences, you know, have consistent stuff to look at, and also so that we keep pinging the YouTube algorithm with consistent updates. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I look at in my Creator Studio and I look in analytics, you know, when I upload a video on Wednesday, you know, of course I get a spike, and then as the days go by, that spike starts to taper off. And then I upload again on Saturday, bam, another spike, and then it tapers off, Wednesday, spike, and so on. So it's really important that you upload on a consistent basis so that you can keep everything rolling, so to speak. A really good friend of mine, you guys actually know him, he took a month off of uploading, and his name is Brian G. Johnson. You can actually look on his social blade. He took a month off of uploading, and when he did that, his stats suffered for it, and he actually had to go through a recovery process that he is just coming out of now, so that, you know, basically he had to pick up his momentum again because of his consistency. And Paul Democritou, he just put a link to Brian's channel that you guys can check out his channel if you are interested as well. And right now, just to go ahead and say this as well, Paul is moderating today for this chat. Thank you very much, Paul. You guys can check out his channel by clicking on his channel icon as well. Yes, I'm going to do channel reviews, YT channel here in just a little bit. But yeah, basically what I want to get back to is, you know, I know, you know, because I'm doing it also, I know how difficult it is to keep an upload schedule and to work YouTube into your life and to keep everything going consistently. Positively Brainwashed in the house, what is going on? And a huge question that I get a lot is people asking me, you know, hey Nick, you know, I have school or I have a full-time job, you know, how can I work YouTube into my full-time job? And that's basically what it is that we're going to cover right now. It is difficult, Rocky, and it does require planning and dedication, and that's some of the key things that I'm going to talk about, and we'll just get right into it right now, actually. First off, okay, it doesn't matter. What's going on, Gord? First off, it doesn't matter if you are going to school, if you're working, if you have, you know, your normal life stuff that you have to work in. When you are doing anything and you want to succeed at it, you want to get good at it, you want to, you know, especially in the case of YouTube, you want to basically spread yourself throughout the world and stand on the stage of YouTube so that other people can, you know, get into what it is that you're doing so they can appreciate the art that you are putting together. It's extremely important. And in order to keep all of that stuff rolling, you have to commit. And, you know, you have to find some time throughout the day. I mean, we all have 24 hours in a day. You know, if somebody's working 40 or 50 hours a week and they can't find, you know, a few hours to make YouTube videos, then maybe they shouldn't be doing YouTube if they can't find a way to work it into their schedule, right? But the big trick here is, you say I'm frozen? Okay, I think you're talking about the weather. The trick is basically working this stuff into your schedule. Now, what I do, how I do YouTube, is basically when I start my plan for YouTube, right? I have a list of ideas that I start putting together, right? Once those ideas are put together, then I know, okay, well, I'm going to be talking about these particular topics. So as soon as I get the chance to, I'm going to hop in front of the camera and start making some videos. So how I work it in is I have 2 days a week that I will sit in front of the camera and I'll make videos. And that doesn't even include the live stream. And what this does is this allows me to create videos that I want to release now on topics that, you know, that I'm finding interesting now. And it also allows me to create an archive of additional videos that, you know, let's say that, say I get sick, right? Or say, you know, something happens. Thanks, David. I appreciate it. Let's say something happens. No sound for the last 45 seconds. Okay. I wonder if I can check this real quick. Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. Can you guys hear me okay? Chime in here and let me know if you guys... Okay, sound is fine, Gord. You had to refresh. Just dropped in. Yep, I hear now. Yes, audio is fine. Good morning. I got sound. Everybody's got sound. Can hear you, but it's jittery. Here, let me adjust this a little bit. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Heard all of that. I love you, Nick. How do I become a moderator? Creeper. Maximum lighting. Fitness infinity. Okay, so now that the audio is working again. Basically, what I was getting at before is a really good way to work it into your schedule is to, you know, let's say, and this is going to, you know, get a little graphic here, but let's say that the only time that you have is when you take a break at your job or, you know, in between classes when you are going to school. Let's say that the only time that you have to where you have, you know, some peace and quiet is in the morning before everybody else wakes up. In that case, if YouTube is something that you really want to do seriously and that you want to, you know, eventually get some type of return out of YouTube, be it doing, be it, money, or be it, you know, whatever result it is that you're trying to get, you know, you're trying to position yourself as an authority of some kind or whatever. If you really want to do YouTube, it does require work, and you have to figure out a way to work it into your schedule. So let's say, like I was saying a minute ago, let's say that you have just real small pockets of time every day, even, you know, when you're using the bathroom or whatever. For some of that time, take your phone with you and start jotting down ideas on the types of videos that you want to make, or the topics, I mean, of the videos that you want to make, right? And then, yeah, right here, East Texas Homestead. I get up at 5 a.m. to edit before the kids get up. Excellent example, right? Is you create that time. If it's important to you, and if it's something that you are wanting to take seriously, and something that you want to, you know, make, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to make videos all the time, you want to always be putting out content, you have to find that time. You know, while you're using the bathroom, or while you're waiting for a friend to show up, or while you're waiting for the bus, or, you know, while you're on your lunch break at work. It might not be what you want to do at the time because you would rather, you know, hang out and talk with a coworker. But if it's something that you really want to do, it's really important that you find the time. We all have the same amount of time in a day, right? For me, in addition to what I do here on YouTube, you know, I have a design business that I run. I have a whole freelance side of things that I do where, you know, I do editing and consulting and things like that as well, in addition to doing YouTube. So, you know, on the work side, you know, I'm putting in, I don't know, probably 60 hours a week, maybe more on some weeks. So if I can find the time to do it, then you guys can definitely find the time to do it if it's something that you seriously want to turn into something. And once you get into the habit of actually making videos, right? Because we're talking about consistency right now. So if you can get through that consistency part, right? And you can start making videos on a regular basis, things are going to happen. One is that your channel is going to, start making progress because you're uploading consistently, right? And you're spending time learning about YouTube, and you're learning how to rank your videos, you're learning how to make better videos, you're learning how to keep your audience engaged and things like that. But things happen to where, maybe you have a stats dip, or maybe things aren't going at the pace that you want them to go. Maybe you're thinking, hey man, for the past 3 months I've been putting all this time in and I haven't seen much result out of it. So should I even keep going? Why should I keep doing this? And that brings me to the most motivating factor of all of this stuff. Is if doing YouTube is something that you are seriously into, being a YouTuber, if it's something that you are into, hey, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to make a living off of YouTube, I want to be a full-time YouTuber, I want to use YouTube as a complement to something else that I'm doing, right? Maximum lighting, keep going, never surrender. Right, absolutely, but here's the thing, is keep going and never surrendering. That's a great rule to go by. But on the flip side, if things aren't working, then you have to start, in addition to spending your time making videos, right, and learning YouTube, you have to figure out why things aren't working. Are you making the right type of content, right? If you are making the right type of content, are you making it in a way that resonates with the audience that you're trying to reach? You have to take all of these things into factor, and this is where the motivation comes in, is if it's something that you're really wanting to do, you have to take the time, wherever you get it from. If you have to wake up an hour early, if you have to go to bed an hour late, wherever you have to get it from, you have to take the time and figure out how to make it work, and you have to be willing to make the call on, if it's not working, I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to spend my time on a new project. If I really want to be a YouTuber and this channel, for whatever reason, it's not working out after, an extended period of time, in that case, then maybe you should try a different type of channel to reach that same goal that you're going after, right? And yeah, Free American Spirit. Greg, what's going on, man? Does anybody do it just because it's fun? Absolutely. They absolutely do. But the thing is when you're doing it just because it's fun, then that's cool, because you're just kind of working it in when you can and things like that, and it's not as serious of a thing. But when people are trying to actually get something out of it, like Roach Steve here says, he's doing it for the fun, I make no money, right? So you're doing it for fun, you make no money, that's awesome, right? And that's cool that you can work it into your life as a hobby. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, YouTube is a fantastic hobby, and a lot of people start out that way. But at the end of the day, eventually, oh my God, total clickbait, that's funny. But eventually, what's going to happen is, a camera's going to go bad, and you have to buy a new camera, or a computer's going to crash, and you're going to have to buy a new computer, right? So if you can take your love for YouTube, and you take your love for what it is that you are doing, and you do try to find a way to take it seriously, to actually monetize a little bit, when those problems arise, then your hobby is actually taking care of itself. So even if you're doing it for fun, trying to find a way to get it all to work out in your favor is ban warning if you're in the red lines. Yeah, the Angel, just because they keep saying that, you can go ahead and kick them out, Paul. But yeah, basically at the end of the day, it all comes down to making it a priority, if that's something that if YouTube is something that you're seriously wanting to do, and working the time into your life to make YouTube videos. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this right now are familiar with Michael from Vsauce. He has 2 days out of the week, at least he used to do this, I'm not sure if he still does, but he had 2 days out of the week to where he doesn't leave his place. Basically, he wakes up and he stays in his place, and he just works on videos all day long for 2 days straight in order to consistently put out content, right? So So in his situation, in order to keep his ball rolling, because things are going good for him, in order to keep that rolling, then that's what he has to do. But let's say that you are a small channel, right? Gonna take a sip of coffee here. Let's say that you're a small channel and you're not getting traction yet, right? But you really want to. It might not come down to, trying to work in your time. You might have that covered, right? If you're not getting traction, the only reason you're not getting traction is because you're either not making content that is resonating with people, or you don't know how to get your videos out there. So in that situation, even though it can be tough, putting up 100 videos and not getting a lot of views on them, that can be tough. And I know a lot of people do it. But if that's your situation, then you need to spend some of your YouTube time learning how to rank your videos, how to share your videos on social media, or just learning how to make better content or different content that can resonate with people. I know a lot of gamers, as an example, they'll put up 1,000 videos on their channel, but it's all, meh stuff. It's nothing great. So when gamers come to me and they say, hey, I'm not getting any traction on my channel, and I look at their videos and it's just them playing the game, and there's nothing really interesting about it. In that situation, the way out of that jam is to do it a different way. I can't remember who said it, but there's some smart guy in history that said, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity, right? Or something along those lines. But the idea is there, right? Is if you keep doing it and you expect it to work just because you're doing it. It was Einstein, thanks, Paul. But if you keep going and you expect it to work just because you're doing it, that's not enough, right? You have to take the time if it's important to you. If it's not that big of a deal, if you're just doing it for fun, it's not that big of a deal. But if it's important to you and you're wanting to actually grow it, you're wanting to actually make something out of it long term, then you have to, later Sanyam, then you have to put in that time to learn all of the things that it takes in order to get yourself out there. So we've been going on this for like 17 minutes now, probably a little bit too long. So now we're going to get into the fun stuff of $7 your way, keep making great videos, and gave me motivation to start my gaming channel. I use a lot of Tuber Tool stuff. It's helping a lot. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So now we are going to get into some question and answer stuff. We are going to get into some, I'm going to look at some channels. You guys know how that works. So first, let's start with some question and answers. What do you guys got? I'm going to run through this chat a little bit and just give some shout outs, because I've seen a lot of names come through here that I recognize. Okay, Mighty Games. That's nice of you, but the caveat, whatever. I see what you're doing there. That's cool. Do your thing, man. Richie Beastie, what is going on? OTB Gaming, what is going on? I plan on being consistent with my gaming content during the summer vacation by uploading videos almost every day, but when it's time for school, I'm going to try to upload weekly. Is that okay? That is okay. But here's the thing. If you are in the groove of uploading videos every single day, it might be a better idea to, instead of just all of a sudden dying down to once a week, if your channel is gaining traction, it might be a better idea to just go ahead and keep recording those, but don't release them every day. Give yourself a cushion, right? So start doing every other day or every 3 days so that you can still upload more than once a week, but you're still making your content the same now. Basically, all you're doing is you're just stacking content up for the future, and you release it later in the future without having to take such a huge drop in your upload. What playlists should you dump? Free American Spirit. Which playlist should you dump? I would have to look at your channel in order to know which playlists you should dump. Good morning from Houston. CG the photographer, what is going on? Gonna shoot down here to the bottom. I've just started after a 1-month break, and my first video is coming out on Monday. That's cool. A 1-month break. That's what my friend did, and he had a bit of recovery time after that. His momentum was awesome. Like his stats, I mean, he was climbing, right? And when he took that month off, it had a negative impact. I mean, he didn't completely fall off because his stuff is too good for that, but he had a stat drop that he had to recover from. Salty Churro in the house. What is going on? How's your brother's ASMR channel going on? I forgot to check that out. His ASMR channel is good. Paul, if you could drop a link to my brother's ASMR channel in here. Yeah, it's going good right now. He's at like 46 subscribers. He just uploaded a new video yesterday. That video is getting a little bit better traction than the one that was before it. So we are, working through some things on there, but it's going okay. He's making progress. He's growing every day, and his watch time, because the people who watch those videos, they stay in there. So his watch time is actually going through the roof, which is fantastic. The best time to upload, it depends on the audience that you're going for. If you have TubeBuddy installed, if you don't have that installed, you can check it out down in the description of this video. But the best time to upload, you can actually have TubeBuddy analyze your stats and give you a roundabout best time to upload. But keep in mind that there are other things involved too, because basically they analyze your past upload history, and they say, okay, well, this is the best time to upload based on where you've gotten the best results. So still experiment with uploading on a different day. One good rule of thumb is, I thought it was 2 hours, but a friend of mine and I were just having a conversation, and he said that he's had better results with uploading 3 hours ahead of time instead of 2 ahead of time for when your target market comes into play, because it increases your velocity of your videos, the view velocity. Thanks, Paul, for dropping that in there. And real quick, guys, Paul Democritou also, he is moderating today. And he has a channel where he does success mindset stuff. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing, definitely go over there and check him out. He makes some really cool videos. We've done a collaboration on both of our channels. I have a video on his channel. He has a video on my channel as well. So you can head over there and watch that too. Packer Fan Studios. TubeBuddy has a free version and they have a paid version. Both of them are awesome, but the free will get you started and you'll see the value in it once you get the free version put in. But the paid version, gives you more options, just like anything, right? You have the basic stuff on the free level, and then once you pay to play, then all of the options that you get definitely increase. Nick, I gotta go. I'm real sorry. Don't let the haters get to you. Creepy Creeper, no sweat, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. All of you guys in here, 88 of you guys in here, I appreciate you stopping by. This is fantastic. This video is going to be posted on the channel later. So, if you guys missed the front part of this video, then make sure to head back over and check that out. But I'm also going to be doing a video on this topic as well later. I just wanted to put a topic in front of this video before we get into just hanging out, because it's to give it purpose in addition to just hanging out. Hey, Tankersley, man, I shared, I don't know if you saw on Instagram or not. I don't know if you're following me on Instagram, but I put your thing on there with the doing that I got, the screenshot. So you, sir, or ma'am, I'm not sure, but you are on my Instagram. Mulatto in Japan, my pleasure, man. Andrew Starlife, nice to see you here as well. Thanks for swinging by. I'm thinking of changing my name. Hey, Nick, do you think I should do it? Billionaire Gambit. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're a billionaire now, or if you are, if that's your goal that you're trying to go after. Here's the thing. Like, when it comes to channel names, you want to make a channel name that, if you're not using your real name, you want to make it, or a stage name, whatever, you want to make it real to... You want to make it, or not real, sorry, I just saw somebody's comment here. You want to make it your name relative to the type of content that you're making. If you don't come up with a clever name, you want to make it relative to the content that you're making, so that people can see your username and they can get a general idea of what it is, or the type of content that you make before they even click on your name. Packer Fan Studios, it's a browser plugin. Tristan Hero, what is going on, man? I got your message earlier today on Instagram, so we can definitely talk about that. Personally, I like to grow things organically. I'm not sure, the strategy, but I'm definitely willing to talk about it. Okay, Mondo's Fantasticos is saying that you can use the paid version of TubeBuddy for free for 1 month just to test it out. So, guys, keep that in mind also. My favorite food, I'm not gonna lie, pizza. I mean, it's 2017. Everybody's trying to be healthy and all that, but pizza is my soft spot. I absolutely love pizza. If I wouldn't be dead by this time next week, I would eat pizza every single day for every meal that I could. And I like peanut butter and jelly as well. That's the type of person I am. I like Mexican food a lot. Okay. Now, do you guys have any questions about, like, let's say, hey, what's going on, AliX in the house? What is going on? Welcome to the stream, my man. Pizza is the best. Yeah, man, Tristan Hero, it is the best. David Sewell, hope I'm saying your last name right. These Saturday live events. Yeah, so basically that's the schedule for my live. Every Saturday, I'm just going on for, an hour, maybe two, depending on how things go, and just hanging out, answering questions. Here in a little bit, I'll be looking at some channels on my tablet, not on my screen. Well, yeah, I can do my screen too, I guess. Hey, Nick. Oh, hey, look, it's the Piano Girl. How are you? Welcome to the stream. My Instagram is Nick Nimmin. Just all one word. And that's where you find me on all social media, on Snapchat, on Twitter, on Instagram, on everything. It's instagram.com/Nick Nimmin. Okay, hey Nick, I recently wanted to collaborate with a YouTuber, but I have a fear that he have ego and reject me. I've contacted him, but I have that fear. What should I do? Please answer my question. Okay, Corson Chi. Here's the thing with collaborations is I'm not sure who it is that you're trying to contact for your collaboration, and it's not necessarily like you not getting responded to is not necessarily about ego. It could just be that they get hammered with collaboration requests. Like my channel's not even big in the span of YouTube. It's big in comparison to 1,000 subscribers, but in the span of YouTube, it's I don't have a big channel, and I get hammered all the time with people trying to give collaboration requests to me, and I try to at least reply, saying one way or the other. But sometimes people take it personally. Sometimes people say, "Oh, well, you're," and then they'll put in some bad term here and say, "Well, you're this type of person because you're not collaborating with me." And it's not because I'm that type of person, but it's because I have a specific schedule that I keep with my YouTube videos. Like I'm working like 3 months in advance, right? So the collaborations that you're seeing now, I recorded those a long time ago. Like I have right now in the can, in my library of videos right now, I have 5 collaborations already recorded that are going to be going live on my channel. So, when you're hitting people up for collaboration requests, it's not necessarily that they don't want to collaborate. It's just that, you're either not going to fit into their schedule anytime soon, or you're not making the type of content that they think would resonate with your audience, or for whatever reason, maybe they just don't like your content. We all have different ways that we look at things. I mean, I'm just being I'm just laying it out there like it is because that's kind of how I do things. But, sometimes, in life, we'll see somebody's channel or we'll just meet somebody, and for whatever reason, it's like, and you're just not into it, right? So the same exact thing applies on YouTube because we're all dealing with people, right? So it's not necessarily that they are, that they have an ego or that they're, ignoring you or whatever, but you might have gotten lost in their email folder next to 100 other people trying to hit them up for collaborations. Doing. Thanks, Nick. Have you traveled anywhere? Andrew Star Life. Yeah, man. I live in Thailand, but I've been to Venezuela. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to China. A few different places in China. I've been to Japan a couple times. Been to Indonesia. Yeah, I've been to Bali. Yeah, just saying that because the Bali guys in here. Cambodia, Laos. Yeah, I've been to a lot of places. I've been very fortunate on that, actually. Let's see here. I'm going to just shoot down to the bottom here. People asking how to collaborate should check out video with me and Nick. Yeah, that's true. You know, Paul and I did a video on that, and I also have another video coming out on the, let's see here, 15 days from 2 days ago. So let's say like the 6th, no, not the 16th. Here in about, yeah, it is the 16th actually. Coming out on the 16th with Brandon Nankavel from 1% Better. And that video is about specifically how to collaborate, how to reach out to other people, and things like that. Free American Spirit, I want to collaborate with Nick or Brian. From 100 subs, did you get to 1,000 subs fast? Nick, answer please. Mr. Fluffkin Master. Okay, from 100 subs to 1,000 subs, it didn't take me a long time, but it wasn't as fast as when I did it on my second channel. My second channel, I did it really fast. And then other channels that I've worked with, we've actually had that happen really fast also. Here's the thing with growth expectation, right? Like some people think, okay, well, I have 100 subs and it took me X amount of time, so because of that, it's going to take me X amount of time to get to 1,000. But all it takes is one breakout video, or all it takes is, you know, a handful of collaborations, or, you know, just the right promotion, and you can get right past those numbers really quick. All right, let's see here. 90 people in here. That's cool. Hey guys, 90 of you guys in here. Thanks for stopping in on the stream. I originally was talking about motivation and consistency here on YouTube, how to keep going, you know, the struggles that we all have, because, you know, it's difficult sometimes because there's a lot of work involved. Every single person in the stream knows that, you know, recording the videos and editing the videos and setting up your lights and coming up with the video ideas, all that stuff, you know, it takes time. There's a lot that goes into it. So, you know, I wanted to basically open up this discussion. So if you guys have anything about that, leave that as well, and I'll read your comment and answer it as long as I see it. Because basically how this works on my end is I'm scrolling through these as they are coming in, so some of it I'm missing. Mr. Game Experience, you can find that answer on Social Blade. When did you reach 100 subs? How long did it take? Yes. Yeah, 100 subs. On this channel, it just took me, you know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. On my other channel, I did it in a week. But on this channel, I think, you know, it took me 2 weeks, maybe 3. It's been so long, I'm not for sure. But it was relatively fast for 100. Yeah, Aliex says, I'm super tiny and I have to turn down collabs due to scheduling issues. So yeah, it's the same exact thing. Sheesh, yep, still in Thailand. Brandyland, what is going on, girl? Hey, just as a heads up, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet. If you're still in here, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but I haven't received any posts. I ask them every single day, and nothing's came yet. So if you have or have not sent, if you could just let me know, just so I can know to keep asking, or I can, you know, try to figure out what happened to it, or, you know, you can check the tracking number or something. Are you going to go back to all our questions at all? Okay, here's what I'm thinking with that channel. I'm considering doing a full 180 because I love the channel. I kind of like the idea behind it, but the amount of time that it takes to actually research the videos and things like that is massive. And that mixed with, you know, actually making the videos and editing the videos, all that stuff, you know, there's a lot of time involved in the videos on that channel, which is why, you know, I got burned out on it. You know, I'll say that I got burned down on it. That's why I had to bail on that channel. But and like I was saying at the beginning of this, you know, that was part of the decision that I had to make, right? Is part of my motivation is I had to sit down and I had to really analyze, you know, hey, you know, this is growing, it's going good, you know, people are loving the content, but is this something that I really want to keep doing, because it's really taken up more of my life than I want it to take up. So I had to bail on it. But to answer your question on if I'm going back to it, I'm thinking of doing a 180, and instead of doing, you know, questions backed by science and all of that stuff, I'm thinking of just making up everything. Because that I could actually do it in you know, like a comedy way. I'll lose a ton of people when I start putting videos on like that, but I think that would be like a fun way to do it. So instead of, you know, going and researching the information, it would be more along the lines of, why does this happen? And then I would basically just come up with the most ridiculous answer possible on, what would make something happen, and illustrate it, and still use graphics and pictures and stuff to illustrate just a ridiculous idea. I think that would be hilarious, especially with conspiracy theories, because some people would watch that and they would actually think it was legit. But the people that understand sarcasm, they would get it. All right. Brandy Lynn, yep, I did send it. Okay, so you did send it. So I'll keep looking for it. How long ago did you send it? I'm guessing right after you said. That's the thing with getting mail here. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes stuff will just show up after you thought that it disappeared. So let's see here. Okay, I have a super chat that popped up, and I want to say thank you to Zagat, and he wants me to look at his channel. And here's the thing, somebody drops me a super chat, I have to, because it's kind of a jerk thing not to do. So let me go to the channel here. Gotta find you in chat again, buddy. And I will actually pull you up here. So, youtube.com. So what we're going to do right now is for him or her, I'm not sure yet, we are just going to go and look at the channel real quick to see what they have going on, maybe give a couple tips on some things they can do to improve or otherwise. GGIDK. Okay, let's go to channels. Still don't see your avatar. Okay, then we're going to do this the other way, and I'm going to go into here, refresh this. There you are. Bam. Okay, 270 subscribers. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I'll scoot it over here a little bit. So Zagit, not sure if I'm saying that right or not, but has 270 subscribers. They make videos on giveaways, the Hunter, Call of the Wild, Magnum and First Aid. Your thumbnails are interesting. Follow Deer Trick, Call of the Wild. Is this a gaming channel, or is this like a real life hunting channel? Okay, it's a gaming channel. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So you make gaming videos. Yeah, first thing I would do is, well, I guess for your audience, they know that the Call of the Hunter and the Call of the Wild and the Hunter, I guess, they'll be familiar with those games, and they'll recognize that. So that's good for your audience. But I would also say specifically what it is for other people. Like me, I have no idea what those games are. So I would scoot your logo up just a tad, and I would say underneath it that it's a gaming channel, because I had to sit here and try to figure out what it was. If I had come here to your channel and it wasn't through this, if I would have come to your channel, I would have bailed, because I would have been like, okay, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm leaving. So keep that in mind with your channel artwork. But your thumbnails, I think your thumbnails are good, especially for people that are in that. I see you're using Tuber Tools frame, which is very cool. Always like to see that stuff. Let's see here. What else do you got? Go to your videos. Yeah, all your thumbs, you're using, similar fonts. The same font, really, which is good. Your colors, you're using all the same colors, which is good, so people can recognize your stuff and easily see that it's your stuff in the recommended sidebar, which is very important, because you want to feed as much traffic into yourself as you can. Guys, anybody watching this, that's extremely important for YouTube. You want to try to feed as much traffic into your own content as you possibly can. YouTube loves that. So in his case here on his channel, when his videos pop up in the sidebar, his fans, or the viewers that are watching his channel, they know that all of these are related to his content because they have a similar look and style, right? So his chances of getting related traffic because of how he's doing his thumbnails is greatly increased. So by doing this, he's feeding traffic into his own channel. And what's going to happen over time is that's going to keep happening. The more people like his stuff, it's basically going to keep expanding his watch time internally. Instead of him having to fight for new views, it's just going to keep expanding it. And another thing that happens too is if they're on the watch page, right here, let's go to one of these videos. If they're on the watch page and they see one of his videos pop up here in the side, right? I'm going to go ahead and like this, and I'm going to subscribe to your channel too. But they see his other videos pop up here in the sidebar, which he basically dominates the sidebar, so that's most likely going to happen for people that are into his content. Then what happens is when somebody clicks on this video and they go even deeper into his channel, then that sends more signals to YouTube saying that not only does somebody just like his content, not only do they just like what they see in that one video and they give it a thumbs up or they leave a comment or they subscribe, but they like it enough to go and click on another video and keep adding more watch time into his channel, engage in another video, like another video, comment on another video, and all of this stuff sends awesome signals to YouTube. So that's why it's really important to dial in your thumbnails, to dial in your header graphics as another example, because, you know, like what I was saying before, if I went to his channel and I didn't understand what was going on and I bailed, that's negative. But if I go to his channel and I understand what's going on and I say, oh, okay, well, this is the type of stuff I'm looking for, and then I further engage by watching another video or even clicking on the about page and finding out more about, you know, about him, and then going in and watching a video or subscribing from there, you know, all of that stuff is user engagement, and it all adds up. So keep that in mind, you guys. All right. Hey, and real quick, I also want to let you guys know that last time on the live stream, I didn't have it yet, but the merchandise shop is now open as well for my Start Right Now shirts. So if you guys are interested in those, just a little motivational thing and a little thing that you guys can you know, connect with or whatever. But if you guys are interested in that, you can find the link on my channel page. All right. So now we are going to scroll up here. Hey Nick, Toy Monkey Madness asks, hey Nick, I have a kids channel, but I can't get any views. Do you have any ideas? I'll tell you right here in a second. Let's go and look at your channel and see what you got. Eat Sleep Bangkok, for sure. I'll get to that in a second. Hey, dude, if you ever come to Chiang Mai, let's grab a coffee, because we're practically neighbors. And if I go to Bangkok anytime soon, I'll hit you up as well if you're into that. I love talking to other YouTubers. Okay, so Toy Monkey Madness. Kinetic Ice Cream Treats playsets. So let's go into here. Okay, so first, yeah, it's obvious at a glance that you are into toys. As a side note, I would fill out your description a little bit more, make that a little keyword friendly, just as a side note, not related to your question, but just as a side note, because it's all about telling what your channel is about. Okay, so Kinetic Sand Ice Cream Treats playlist. Let's try to figure out what it is that you are targeting. Make your own ice cream, Kinetic Sand. Okay. Okay, first off, for your views, right? You need to start this whole thing off with social sharing to start. You know, try to find communities, toy communities, or people that are into this sort of thing, and share your videos there in a non-spammy way. You also want to, let me check on something real quick, and you guys are going to see how TubeBuddy works right here. And one thing also that's really important, you know, especially on a small channel, right? On any channel, but especially a small channel. Hey, my pleasure, Agate. Yeah, I would definitely consider doing other games too. I mean, be a gaming channel and not just a per game channel, in my opinion. But yeah, back to this one. As a small channel or any size channel, you want to go for relevance, right? So for example, I'm going to type in, I'm just going to copy this here, because it looks like you're going for make your own ice cream with kinetic sand, right? So I'm going to show you some ninja research stuff here. It's not really ninja stuff, it's really basic, but this is going to give you some insight into what to look for. Okay, so I'm going to type this into the search bar. Paste it, actually. I'm not typing it. Some awesomer kids. Toy Monkey Madness. Okay. Toy review 1 year ago. Okay. Yeah, so you're ranking for that. So yeah, you're okay. Okay, let me see how many people are, and I'm just going to do a real quick look here just to see if this is something that people are going for or not. So if you guys can see my screen, right? So what's going on, Science Say? How are you? Okay, if you guys can see my screen here with TubeBuddy, right? TubeBuddy is basically saying that, you know, this is a relatively good term to go for because it's not competitive and not searched enough to make it, and it's searched enough to make it a good keyword to target, right? So that gives you some insight saying that, okay, well, that channel, when did you upload this video? 11 days ago. Okay, that channel had a good chance for going for this because it wasn't very competitive. Now, I disagree with that a little bit because some of the people on this channel were heavy swinger, or on this search results were heavy swingers. So you did rank on this, but you didn't rank above the fold, which is what you really want to try to do. But you did rank, which is good. So if people are scrolling through this, they might click on your thumbnail, and actually go into your video. But you want to try to get above the fold if you can. And you win some and you lose some. But yeah, this is good. Now, another thing you want to keep in mind too, when you're trying to figure out, for all you guys, when you're trying to figure out keywords that you want to, or keyword phrases that you want to try to rank for, you want to check in the auto-suggested here in TubeBuddy as well. And I have links if you don't know, if you're not familiar with TubeBuddy, I have a link to it down in the description below. But you also want to look in the auto-suggested and see if anything comes up in Google, right? And I'm also just going to paste, or I'm going to go to Google as well. I'm going to start typing this in. And basically what you want to look for is, not only when you're ranking your videos, not only are you guys trying to rank in YouTube, let me turn this light here, not only are you trying to rank in YouTube, but you're also trying to rank in Google. Because what happens, if you can rank in Google and YouTube, over time, Google is also going to send you a ton of traffic. Actually, two of the biggest videos on my channel are the size they are because I'm #1 in YouTube and I'm #1 in Google, and I have about an equal amount of traffic coming from both sites, oddly. But yeah, here you're not ranking, but you're really close, and I'm guessing that you're going to come up here in the videos. Yeah, I think this is you right here, February 27th, Toy Madness. Okay, yeah, so in that case, in this you're doing right. So you're doing it right. If you were trying to rank for the other terms, then based on what you have over here in your tags, your chances aren't as good. But basically by looking at your stuff, seeing how you put the make your own ice cream with kinetic sand at the top as the full phrase, that let me know that that's what you were going for. So that's why I went in and started looking for that. But yeah, you're on the right track with this. So just keep doing what you're doing, and over time you will be fine. Because as far as the basics are concerned, you've got the basics covered. It's just a matter of time. And another thing that I would do also is, I don't know if you guys caught my last stream, but I was talking about how important it is to make your thumbnails as good as you can possibly make them. And the reason for that is because you want people to click on your thumbnails instead of clicking on your competitor thumbnails, right? The more they click on your thumbnails and then go to your video and then stay on your video, and you start accumulating watch time, and you're having the viewer watch longer, which YouTube says that they reward people for. I actually put up an image in Facebook in the Tube Ritual group, and I think I might have shared it on Twitter as well, where it's just a quote from YouTube saying that based on your watch time, they're more likely to promote your video in the related videos as well. Yeah, so like your thumbnail here, it looks good in comparison. Like you're in a tough game right here because everybody's stuff is vibrant in color, and yours does stand out, which is good. As a side note, it's a good practice, and YouTube actually suggests this as well, to put faces in your thumbnails. If, depending on the stuff that you're doing, if you're making videos to where, like this, if you're not showing your face in the video, then you're kind of stuck with that. Or if you're making videos about like cars, then it's probably better to put the car. But outside of that, it's a good habit for the rest of you guys to put your videos in there, or I mean to put your faces in there, or at least a face in your thumbnail, because they get more clicks. Zagat, thank you. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. I'm actually going to look at your channel here just a little bit more. Yeah, and you got your logo on there, to get your, yeah, you're on the right track. So just keep going, and over time you'll be fine. 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. Yeah, and make sure that you stay consistent as well. How can I get such a beard, bro? I'll tell you what, man, it's a lot of time and effort goes into this beard. Hey, Mina, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, guys, if you guys want to see an awesome live streamer, Mina, the universe guru, just came in. Click on her avatar and go over and check out her channel. She is amazing on live streams, and she does self-help stuff. So, if you're struggling with, finances, you're struggling with, overcoming problems and things like that, she is awesome to listen to. Tons of fantastic advice over there. And also, Paul, if you want to drop a link to your channel as well, Paul, and Gord, if you want to drop a link to your channel as well, these guys are moderating for me. Paul Democritou and Gord Eisman are both moderating for me tonight, and they're doing a fantastic job. And guys, if you want to drop links to your channels, definitely go over there and check them out and subscribe as well. And make sure you go over and subscribe to Mina also. Rocky Trolley, Nick, if I can't get a cameraman, should I pay one? Here's the thing, man, is, okay, when it comes to dropping money on YouTube, right, all of this comes from Zaggy DK for Denmark. And check out Zaggy DK from Denmark. But yeah, like the, oh man, I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, as far as getting, hiring a camera guy, right? Here's where you have to make a choice, because if you're trying to make viral content, like let's say you're trying to make prank videos or something like that, something that if you promote it right is going to take off, and that you might be able to, generate a return on your investment, then yeah, hire a camera person. But if you're making videos and you are, you have a long-term plan that you're sticking to, and hiring someone to actually hold a camera for you doesn't really fit into that, then I definitely would not hire a camera person, because you can go out with tripods. It requires more work, and you're not going to get the motion, but you can go out with a tripod, and you can do a bunch of different shots of yourself, and you can cut those shots together. Like, there's other creative ways to do it. And at the end of the day, versus hiring somebody, when it comes to actually hiring somebody to do it for the type of content that you make, because I watch your videos, Rocky Trolley, and for the type of content that you make, you could have a friend hold your camera for you. Just tell them, hey, hold this for me and follow me around, bend your knees, walk real smooth when you're following me around, and just do it that way, and then stabilize it in your editing software if you're going for something like that, and try to do it that way instead of spending that money on a camera person, because a cameraman, you're gonna have to pay a day rate on a cameraman, and that's not something that you want to do. Hey Nick, how do you sell your coaching services without being too salesy? Good morning, Matthew. Basically, I don't really sell my coaching services. People contact me for my coaching services. I don't do anything to sell my coaching services. I personally, for me, for the type of service that I offer, one, I'm not hungry, so to speak. So I'm not, out there, trying, I got to get a customer. I got to get a customer. I got to get a customer. It's not that way. But people just contact me, and then I give them, my price list and let them know what I offer. And if they like that, then cool. If they don't like that, that's fine too. But if you have a coaching service and you're trying to sell that without being too salesy, the best thing that you can do is let people know that you have the service. You don't have to say, hey, hire me for this, but, maybe put in your channel header the type of service that you offer. Say, good morning, Matthew, right, in your channel header. Good morning, Matthew. Say the type of content that you have, and then put, 3 things that you do underneath the type of content that you have. So, it would be, I'm actually going to look at your channel real quick, so that'll make this easier. Hold on. 93 you guys in here. Welcome to the stream if you are just getting here. Today we were initially talking about motivation for YouTube and how to keep going and how to stay consistent in making videos and things like that. Now we've transitioned into looking at channels and just answering subscriber questions because, part of staying motivated with YouTube, part of staying consistent in YouTube is, understanding what's going on with YouTube, understanding, how to do different things and knowing what to expect and what not to expect. All of that stuff is important, and that's what we're talking about in bits and pieces, even though it's fragmented, but throughout the conversation. That's what we're talking about here today. Okay. Inspiration for career, lifestyle, and business. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So what I would do is I would position yourself. So underneath where you have, what the job is this, I would move that somewhere else in your header. And I would say, okay, you're an author. Fantastic. You might want to connect, as a side note here, you might want to connect with Paul Democritou. He is moderating the comments right now. And Paul, go ahead and drop a link to your channel. She's also an author, and she does, inspirational type stuff. So maybe you guys, might have some common ground somewhere. But I just wanted to mention that. But basically, so I would move the what the job is this somewhere else, and then have your inspiration for career, lifestyle, and business. And then underneath that, put, I'm guessing you're doing like life coaching. So underneath that, I would put life coach, author, and YouTuber, or whatever else it is that you identify to others as. Author, coach, awesome person. Or author, life coach, awesome person. However you want to frame it. But I would just make it obvious there, and I would mention it on your about page if you're trying to use the platform to actually generate those leads. That's my recommendation. Okay, let's scroll down here. Let's double click this. Okay. So what else we got, guys? We got any band? How's that for engagement? Boost your channels. You speak Japanese? That's cool. That's a hard language to learn. Asian languages in general, for me, are difficult to learn because in English, we use a different set of stuff. It's the same set, but we use it differently. We use our vocal tools differently than you guys do over here in Asia. Like Thai is more of like it's a tonal language. So, you have to speak from like up in your sinuses and stuff. It's crazy. All right. If I don't want to show my face because I'm too ugly, where'd that go? What kind of videos can I upload? First, I wouldn't say that you're too ugly. Just saying, I don't know you, I've never seen you, but you want to, you should go check out Mina's channel, for example, right? But anyway, I have a video on my channel, 10 ways you can make videos without showing your face. There's some, new things that you can do in addition to that. But on my channel, I have a video. There's like a guy wearing a plastic bag or a paper bag over his head. And the title is 10 ways to make videos without showing your face. So go check that out, and that should help you. But even if you're making videos without showing your face, you want to at least speak in your videos so that you can still let some personality come through, because on YouTube, people connect with personality. So it's really important that if you're not showing your face, that you're at least, talking to them or something like that, depending on the type of content that you're making. Okay, let me scroll down. Plastic bag. Wear sunglasses, you'll look dope. You know what? I think I've got some sunglasses around here. Yeah, I actually have one of my videos on my All Our Questions channel where I did like a 10-second music video so that I could cut into when I was editing that video together. But in that one, I'm wearing sunglasses. Actually, you can see on my Instagram too, sunglasses. So head over to my Instagram, Instagram.com/Nick Nimmin. You can find me at Nick Nimmin on everything, but Instagram.com/Nick Nimmin, and you'll see me in sunglasses there. Okay, we're going to Bangkok. Eat, sleep, Bangkok. Yes. Okay, you are looking for tips to improve. Okay. Hey, here's one way, just as a heads up, this is one way to make videos without showing your face. If you look at this trailer right here, the video scribe videos are a great way to do it. Okay. The Coffee Club, I eat there all the time, by the way. Eat, Sleep, Bangkok, good stuff. Okay, first thing I would recommend is adding some color of some kind. Like, you have a little bit, but I would do something to maybe make the color of the food pop or something like that, so that it draws just a little bit more attention than it does. The style that you're using, I think, is good, but I would do something to make the color, at least on this breakfast reviews playlist, I would do something to make the color of those pop. I'm gonna go to your grid here. Another thing that I would recommend. Oh no, you have it. I just didn't look. I just didn't see it. Okay, where you have your logo. Another thing that I would do, because you have your logo on here and it is in the same place, but I didn't see it. Right when I was just looking at these, as somebody that doesn't know where to look for it, I didn't see it. So what I would do is I would move your logo maybe to the bottom left or the top left, and maybe put like a slant or something behind it, and maybe like a small frame or something like that, just to kind of draw attention to that, to make it just a little bit more obvious. Another thing too is, well, once you do that, then your stuff will be more recognizable to the people that are watching your videos. But one thing that is probably hurting you is that you have all of these different brand logos on here. So what I was talking about earlier is, if somebody's watching your video here on the Pyongyang restaurant in Bangkok, then when you come up over here in the sidebar, because like they're looking at this restaurant and then they see the pizza company, but to me your branding or your logo on here wasn't that obvious, so your other videos are going to be real easy to skip by. And it's really important that your stuff is identifiable at a glance to the people that are watching your videos, so that you can keep feeding your own traffic into your channel to basically be a self-generating watch time machine. That's what you want to do. Yeah, all of these, the same exact thing. It's just because it blends in. Really, because, and I'm sure it's even worse on mobile, because this is coming up small, but you can't really see your text either. Like when your thumbnail is large, you can, but you can't really see your text on your thumbnail. So if you make your frame and you do it that way, then maybe you just want to do the temple instead of adding your text on it. Maybe just do the temple or something that's just a little bit more clear, and roll with it that way instead of putting the text on there, because you can't read the text anyway. So just make it symbolic and make it something to where when they look at your stuff, they can quickly and easily, without having to think about it. You got to take the thinking about it part away. That they can quickly and easily identify that it's your content. Same thing here, right? With your Bangkok breakfast reviews, Same thing with that. You have the plate on there, and that's the same, but it kind of blends in to the rest of the meal. So I would lose that. I would keep how you have the board in the background. I would keep that part, but whatever it is that you do with these other ones, as far as, you know, making it stand out a little bit more, putting it up in the left corner, bottom corner, something like that. Even on the side, you know, just having like a little tab that comes out with it sitting in there, something like that. I would do that on these as well, so that people can identify that it's your stuff, so that you can keep feeding that traffic into yourself. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Okay. Quick, should I copy? Okay, thanks for checking out my channel. If you get time, real quick, should I copy large kids channel and do single keywords, or carry on doing what I'm doing? Carry on doing what you're doing. You don't want to do single keywords yet because you're a small channel. What you want to do is you want to go for specific keyword phrases, because you're trying to rank for relevancy, which is the default setting in YouTube, right? So when somebody goes into the search bar and they type in, let me see here. I'm just going to do your channel name for fun. Let's see here. Monkey Madness. This is actually a horrible example, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, like if you start typing in Monkey Madness, you see Monkey Madness 2, 2007. Then you go all the way down to the list, down to Monkey Madness 2 guest guide. Right here, I'm actually going to pull this over, and we're going to do this a little bit different so everybody in here can understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Me, on my channel, I make videos on how to do stuff on YouTube, right? So here's the example I'm going to use. I'm going to turn this so hopefully you guys can see it. I know there's a glare. There we go, to adjust it a little bit. So hopefully this will help you. Okay, so let's say, for example, I do how to grow, right, a YouTube, and I just stop there, right? It's showing me how to grow a YouTube channel fast, how to grow a YouTube channel, how to grow a YouTube channel 2016, gaming channel with 0 views, subscribers, and it's giving me this list, right? So depending on the authority of my channel, these are things that I want to go after. But if I have 0 authority on my channel at all, then I want to start typing in A, right? And I want to research the topics that come up there. And I want to type in B, and I want to research the topics that come up there, C, and I go through that whole list until you find stuff that you think you have a chance of ranking for against the larger channels. Now, keep in mind, depending on how you do your SEO, depending on the keyword phrases that you're going for, you can go up against big channels. As an example, you went up against a channel with like 8 million views on that particular video that you were going for, and you ranked. You just didn't take that top spot, but you did rank. You just needed to rank a little bit higher, and over time, because your video is only 11 days old, so 6 months from now, you might be in that top spot. But right now, you just aren't there yet. But you're doing it the right way, going for phrases instead of just single terms, because those single terms they can be a doozy. Okay. Steve's bumper cam. How to get more views for my subscribers' videos are only getting half views. Okay, I think what you're asking, Steve's bumper cam. Hey, real quick before we get into this, I want to let you guys know Gord Eisman and Paul Democritou are moderating the chat today. And if you guys want to know how to do video related things, then check out Gord's channel. And if you are wanting to basically learn how to be a better, whatever, sales or, whatever it is that you're doing, and you want to basically level up on yourself, then make sure that you head over to Paul's channel and check him out as well. Both of the links were just dropped into the chat here. For video long-term, oh yeah. 1 second, Gord, I'll get to that right here in a second. I'm leaving it on the screen so I don't lose it. Okay, how to get more views from my subscribers. Videos are only getting half the views. Okay, Steve's bumper cam. Here's something that you have to let settle in on your YouTube channel. Everybody watching this. If you have 100 subscribers, that does not mean that 100 subscribers are going to watch your videos, right? All of that stuff grows over time. So basically what happens is people are going to subscribe to your channel and they're never going to watch a video again. Some people are going to subscribe to your channel and they're just going to come in, check in every other video, maybe once a month or something like that. Some people are going to watch everything that you do. They're going to be the first person that comments on every one of your videos, or they're going to try to. Some people are going to be really into your stuff. So So just like in the real world, right? Everybody's not 100% into everything. So just because your subscribers or all of your subscribers aren't watching your videos doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means that you don't have enough people yet that are really into your stuff enough to come in every time you upload a video. Even on my channel, right? Like my last video that I uploaded, I think I'm like 20, here I'll check right now. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I uploaded this 2 days ago and I'm at 2,600 views, right? Now, I have over 20,000 subscribers, right? So basically what this tells me is that a very small percentage of the people that watch my videos are into my stuff enough to come in right when I come in, right? Or right when I drop a video. With that said, new viewers are even coming in on that video, right? So all of the people that are subscribed are definitely not going to come in and watch. And in a situation like that, not everybody's going to watch it, but new viewers are going to come in and they're going to take up the slack for people that aren't watching, and they're going to subscribe to your channel and they might become a potential fan as well. So as far as converting those people, the best thing that you can make is content the best that you can. Some people will resonate with and they'll come in time and time again. Other people, it won't resonate as hard or as close to them, so they won't be into your stuff all the time. Gary, thanks. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Okay, Gord, top 5, top 10 going to work? Absolutely. Here's the thing, right? People love lists, right? I'm just going to type top 10, see what comes up. Top 10 most spoiled kids you won't believe 1 month ago, 1.7 million views. Top 10 WrestleMania moments, 1,527,000 views. Top 10 unbelievable, mind-blowing performances of America's Got Talent, 16 million views, right? People love lists. They love 5, 10, you know, people love that stuff. And it makes it easy to consume too, because it's like, okay, well, if I click on this video, then I'm expecting to get this many tips, right? I'm expecting to get this many video tips. I'm expecting to get this many unbelievable and mind-blowing performances at America's Got Talent. You know, it sets an expectation before they click on it, and it's in list format, which is great. What can you do after a video has been out for a period of time to tweak it for SEO? Okay, what happens is when you go in and you redo your titles, your description, and your tags, then you basically, in a sort of way, you resubmit it to YouTube. They basically reanalyze your video. What you don't have for working in your favor is you don't have the views pouring into it like you would on a newly released video. But you can definitely tweak your stuff. You can completely wipe out all of your metadata and make something that may rank, but it doesn't always work. But a lot of times you can definitely improve. Yeah, and people tend to add list videos to playlist. Excellent tip. Positively brainwashed. Yeah, excellent tip. Or insight, I should say. Excellent insight. Okay. I keep calling you positively brainwashed. I should just call you Aaron. They'll probably make it easier. But then people know what I'm talking about if I say positively brainwashed. Okay. How to use tags. Okay. If you want to know how to use tags, which you do or you wouldn't have asked, it's not as difficult as people make it. There's this big mystery surrounding tags. Basically, think of tags like this. You are using them. La Mystique Sketchbook, I will get there right here in a second. Same Flips Corner, I will get there in a second as well. Let me answer this question really quick. Let me find the question. Oh yeah, tags. Okay, basically when you're forming your tags, what you're doing is you are telling YouTube what your video is about, right? You're saying relate my stuff. Owen Video just popped up. He just sent me a Facebook message. If you guys are not familiar with Owen, definitely go over and check his stuff out. Owen, if you happen to pop in here, I will hit you up here just a little bit. But basically with your tags, you are trying to formulate an idea of what your video is about. You're using those as indicators of the content of your video, because basically, okay, yeah, Paul just put a link to Owen. Go check him out if you want to make like business videos for YouTube. Excellent stuff. But you can use tags to tell YouTube what it is that you are, or that your video is about, and you use tags to help yourself come up in related videos as well. For example, if you put your username in, then statistically, your chances of coming up in the related sidebar for your own content is going to increase a tad, right? And you do not want to have the practice, and I see people doing this to me all the time. You do not want to use other creators' names in your tags. That's actually against the terms of service, unless your video is specifically about them. So if you're making a video about PewDiePie, then yeah, put PewDiePie in your tags. But if you are not making a video about PewDiePie, but you put PewDiePie in your tags, you're violating YouTube's terms of service. And that is not cool. They do not like that. But basically, in a nutshell, using tags, the only thing that you're trying to do there is you're trying to give indicators to YouTube of what your video is about. And you always want to use whatever keyword phrase it is that you are targeting. You always want to put that in your tags, the full phrase that you're going for, and variations of that tag. Oh, and video in the house. You have been called. You have been summoned. What is going on, Owen? Yeah, Paul just dropped a link to you here just a few minutes ago. But yeah, guys, Owen Video, now he's in the house. So you guys can go over there and just click on his username and check him out. All types of awesome stuff on his channel. Owen Video, Simple Business Videos, the URL if you want to go over there, and that tells you what you're going to find over there. Awesome stuff for growing your business on YouTube and Facebook and just using videos in general. You like that intro? Very cool. Yeah, I just made a video. I work with Owen, and he had me do a video intro. And Paul pinged you. Okay, cool. Yeah, he had me do a video intro, and I'm delighted to know that he liked it a lot. Jarhead6, Owen is my hero also. Oh. Okay, so moving on here, we have. You know what, Owen? I need to make you a mod, man, so you can just come in and drop links to your stuff too. Like with Gord and Paul. Yeah, same thing with them. I just have them drop links to their stuff from time to time when a mention comes up or when the opportunity presents itself. Okay, so next on the list here we have. Hey Nick, with someone who is just starting out, this is from Flip's Corner. Hey Nick, with someone who is just starting out, would it be a good idea to make a series of videos or try a different style of video ideas first? Okay, when you're first starting out, you want to have a plan in place. You want to know exactly the type of content that you're making. You want to know who it is that you're making that content for. If you have that stuff in place, everything else just wraps around that. So you definitely do not just want to throw up a bunch of stuff and hope something works, because what's going to happen is, let's say that you make gaming videos here, and then you make self-improvement videos over here, right? What's going to happen is YouTube is going to send out notifications saying that you have just uploaded a video, right? And to get your view velocity going on, especially with a new channel, the people that subscribe for the gaming videos are probably not going to be as interested in the success videos that you post, right? So you're going to lose people there, which means that they're not going to be clicking on that, which is going to tell YouTube that your own people that are subscribed to your content are not that interested in your stuff, right? So that's where focusing in on stuff really helps. Now, you can go broad with this, depending on the type of stuff that you're doing. Like if you look at Roberto Blake, for example, awesome YouTube creator, very smart guy. He helps creative entrepreneurs basically, get their stuff out there, right? And on his channel, he does a different type of video every day of the week, but it's all under the umbrella of being creative, of expanding your creative business and things like that. So, he has that umbrella that it's all for creative people and it's all creative stuff, but it's different types of videos. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, Le Mystique, heading over to you. Owen, yeah, man, I saw you said in here that we need to do a live collab We do, man. I'm not sure how that would work. Would we do that through Blue Jean or something? I'm not sure how we would do that, because this is in the studio app, or in the mobile app. So yeah, I guess we would just do it through like OBS or something, or through Blue Jean or something. Yeah, man, yeah, we definitely need to do that. Hey, Owen has a podcast too, guys. It's on iTunes. Owen, if you're still in here, YouTube Live has the functions. Oh, okay, so it's built in. I didn't know that. Yeah, so Owen, you know what? Paul, if you know the link to his podcast, if you can drop it in there, or Owen, if you can send that to him. I'm actually adding you right now as a mod, Owen, so you can drop a link to your podcast in here. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Trying to, anyway. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Bam. Okay, Owen, you are now a moderator. You might have to go out and come back in, but yeah, when you come back in, drop a link to your podcast also, because he has a podcast to help entrepreneurs, to help people that are trying to, you know, expand their business and learn more about video too. Awesome podcast. All right, so change your thumbnails, and now we're going back to La Mystique. I changed my thumbnails, but need some advice on the art for my banner. Tips. Yes. First, in your banner, you want to just make sure to say, what is going on, World Report? Nice to see you in this stream. I normally see you in everybody else's stream, so it is nice to see you in here too. Very cool. Yeah, for your header, you want to put in your header the benefit that people get when they come to your channel, right? Nate Pro, what's going on? So in your header, you want to put that you do sketch videos, right? Taking a look here to double check what you're doing. I think you're doing speed art, but hold on. All right. So I'm just going to keep talking so we don't get a bunch of dead space in here. That silence. Ooh, it's so uncomfortable. I feel like I just closed somebody and I'm waiting for him to say something. Okay. So you're drawing. Okay, so then I would say something that you do art videos. Of course you want to doodle it like you have here, but actually put text on there that says what type of videos that you do. And if you have a consistent upload schedule, say what that schedule is too. So if you're doing, you know, hand-drawn art videos, then do hand-drawn art videos every Tuesday or every Thursday or 3 times a week, or, you know, whatever your upload schedule is. That is my tip for you. Nick, I am going to put benefit, but more the art on it. Oh, for your actual like artwork? Yeah, I would just keep it consistent with the type of stuff that you create on your channel. Fort Knox, what's going on in the house? I actually owe you a view here. Fort Knox. Or a thing popping up here. Hey guys, Owen just dropped a link to his podcast here. So if you scroll to the very bottom of this chat, he just dropped a link to his podcast. Go in there and check. He's on iTunes. And let's see here. The one that he put is limsync.com RSS. Okay, that works. Yeah, so go there and subscribe to his podcast. He's also on iTunes as well. So if that's more convenient for you, if you have an iPhone or something like that, then you can pull it from there. But yeah, on your artwork, I would just put the type of content, or not the type of content, but the type of artwork that you do, kind of like you did here. I would just make, you know, cool doodles like this one here, your easy Zentangle shading. You know, that's a really cool looking one. So I would put that up there because it has style. You know what I mean? It's impressive when you look at it. So I would put impressive artwork up there and then put your channel benefit stuff around it. Okay. I get like 3 subs a month. What that says, man, is that you need to learn more. I don't know if it's how to make videos, or I don't know if it is how to promote your content. Whatever it is, If you're just getting 3 subscribers a month, what's up, Justin? If you're just getting 3 subscribers a month, it just means that there's more to learn. It means that you either have to do something about your content, or you have to do something about how you are promoting it, or you need to upload more. If you have the other 2 things in place, then you need to upload more. But first, here's the thing. When it comes to YouTube, right? There's a lot of really good content on YouTube. So it's really important that, in addition to the benefit that you're giving people, that type of quality, that you try to make your stuff look as good as possible. You try to edit it as good as you can, because there's a lot of really, really good options on YouTube, an endless amount of really good options on YouTube that people have to choose from, and you have to stand out in some way. And the best way to do that is, of course, doing something unique, but also is just making the quality of your content just superb. And if you do that, then it's going to make it easier for people to follow you. It's going to make it easier for people to connect with you as well. Yeah, and a lot of it too. Yeah, Owen came in, he says a lot of it is consistency. It is. That has a huge amount to do with it. Uploading on a regular basis is huge. And like we were talking about at the beginning of this live stream here, because we started out here, for you guys that are just coming in, we started out talking about motivation as a YouTuber. How do you stay motivated to keep going? And we were talking about consistency as well. How do you work YouTube into your life? What is it that you do to keep the video uploads coming, so that you can keep everything rolling, And some of the stuff that we were talking about is, if YouTubing is important to you, and being a YouTuber is important to you, or if you're using YouTube as a tool, or you plan to use YouTube as a tool, working it into your life and making it a priority, you have to. There's no way around it. You have to. Review stop. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I always always love the feedback. Oh yeah, for the Knox here. So when I was heading out of my last live stream, yeah, here's Owen's channel, y'all. Yeah, like right here as an example on his channel, growing your consulting business, 5 stellar tips for success. Nice, juicy. Yeah, so he does videos like that. So definitely head over there and check that out. Check out his channel. Okay, Fort Knox, got it. Took me a minute. There we go. Okay, so basically on the last live chat that I did, Fort Knox came in and they dropped a super chat on me, literally right as I was closing down, and I said I owed them, so here we go. First, Fort Knox, new videos every week. Cool that you have new videos every week. Cool that you have your name up there. However, you want to say in your header, you want to say what type of content that you have, because, seeing that, and it draws a lot of attention too when you first come to your channel, because that black over there, you want to definitely say the type of content that you have. If you're doing comedy stuff, and it looks like you might be doing some skit stuff, maybe some, opinion related stuff, you want to put that up in your header. If you're doing comedy, hold on, let me turn this on. Nice. Okay, so yeah, if you're doing videos like that, then I would definitely say that you have an entertainment type channel. So I would just make it obvious in your header the type of channel that you have. I would also synchronize your thumbnails, because your thumbnails, they do have your picture in there, which is a plus, and it helps them connect with you. But I would dial in your branding as far as, making sure that, you're using similar fonts, you're using similar colors, that you're using similar styles and placements in your thumbnails, because that helps people identify with your content. And if you're just coming in, I was talking about this before, saying how important it is that people can identify with your content. If you're watching a video of Fort Knox here, I want to easily, without having to think about it, I want to know what videos are his over here in the sidebar, right? Like, here's a good example. Legion of Weirdos, right? If I go to his channel, right, and it just drew my attention, it recommended to me. He has an awesome channel, guys, if you're not familiar with him. But like on his videos, right, on the bottom of all of his videos, he has a big Legion of Weirdos, right? So he does whatever at the top, but on the bottom he has Legion of Weirdos. He's using the same fonts, right? So at a glance, if I'm watching his videos and I start scrolling down the sidebar, at a glance, I know what's his. So he's feeding his own traffic into his channel. He's accumulating his own watch time. He's creating deeper engagement in his channel. And that's definitely something that you want. So yeah, Fort Knox, man, I would definitely do something with your header, and I would work on your thumbnails as well. So hopefully that was helpful for you, my man. I just realized I hadn't subscribed to Eat Sleep Bangkok yet. Just did. All right, and hey guys, just so you know also, AK Boost, Nick Nimmin, you are providing very good help. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad. I love feedback like that, you know, because for me, the Iron Gamer in the house, guys, for me, Fort Knox, no sweat, man. Thank you. For stuff like that, right? I don't even know what I was saying. I just went off the deep end. Oh yeah, and this, guys, just so you know, my Start Right Now shirts, right, that I'm wearing right now, and I have in a bunch of my videos too. You can get those now if you go to my channel. In my my pleasure, Eat Sleep Bangkok. Good stuff. I mean, I'm interested in your content. It's Thai content, right? But if you guys are if you guys like the style of these shirts, you think they're cool, you know, and you want a reminder to start right now, then head over to my channel page. You're going to see a little icon up in the top right corner next to all of the other, you know, links out in my subscribe option and things like that. Then just head over to my channel page. I'll actually pull it up here to make it easy for everybody so I can show you where it's at, because the button's kind of small. Paul, actually, I think, Paul, you have a link to that, right? Yeah, Paul. Okay, Paul just dropped a link to it in the chat here. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, then head over there and check it out. And you might want to bookmark that store too, because I'm also, right now, I just have my Start Right Now shirts, but I'm also going to be adding a bunch of just YouTuber related shirts in there too, because I do graphic design. So, you know, that's something that's fun for me. So since I'm going to be adding that, you know, it's going to be all just YouTuber related stuff, and, you know, stuff that as YouTubers that we can relate to. So just as a heads up for that. So yeah, Paul just dropped a link to that in the description. And guys, as a side note too, just to say it again, yeah, Mina, I actually ordered this one a few months ago just to make sure the quality was good and things like that. And it's held up really, really well. I'm happy with it. That's why I was waiting to put it on the channel, because I wanted to make sure that it was good and it held up and things like that. I don't want to say, hey, go get my shirts if they suck. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we're starting right now. That's where this came from, actually. I was actually meeting up with another YouTuber, or a guy that was actually wanting to start a YouTube channel. I met up with him here. He lives in the city that I live in, and he hit me up on Facebook, and we met at Starbucks, and we were talking. And do I have anything with nipple cutouts? Not yet, Owen, but I'm working on it. Yeah, that's actually on another website. I'm not talking to myself, I'm vlogging. Excellent. You know what, I'm actually going to write that down. Yeah, that's good, Mina. Thank you. I'm not talking to myself. I'm vlogging. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, guys, and also, if you guys have any ideas for, like, shirts that you think would be cool, in the chat, don't leave them because they'll get lost, but you know, send me a message on my channel from my channel page, and leave them in there. And if I can think of a cool design that would go around it, then I would do it and make it in pink for Mina. Okay, cool. On it, Mina. Quality first. That is right. All about the quality. We're starting right now. Okay, how much internet upload speed do you need to use the streaming feature in the YouTube app? Right now, I am in the YouTube app on my phone. That's how this is. That's how this is going. My internet is horrible. So I think my upload speed is like 10 megabytes, maybe 9 megabytes, and my download, or I'm sorry, my download speed is like 9 or 10, and my upload speed is about 3. So and it's pushing it through. I'm connected to Wi-Fi right now, and it's pushing it through okay, you know. Not the best, you know, it could be a little bit better, of course, but, you know, it's getting the job done, and that is what matters. Did you see the mothership? I actually was driving the mothership when it came. How are you live streaming from a phone? Quadr TV. I'm live streaming from within the YouTube app. If you have over 10,000 subscribers, then you can do this. But if you don't have over 10,000 subscribers, you can't do it yet. They're not rolling it out to everyone yet. They're rolling it out to everyone, but they haven't rolled it out to everyone yet. Nick Nimmin, do you do YouTube full time? I do, and I could, but I do other things as well to, you know, that complement my YouTube stuff. I actually have a design business, and I do some freelance editing. I also do consulting for YouTube. You know, but the consulting and editing, I also wrap that into part of the full-time stuff. But yes, like if I stopped doing everything else and just did only YouTube related stuff, then I would still be comfortable right now. It took a little bit of time to get to this place, but now, yes. Ideas for a 1,000 subscriber special. Just go in there and say thanks. You know, just go in there and thank the people that watch your content, because if you're a YouTuber, you know, if people, basically the people that watch your content are the most important factor of you being a YouTuber. So just go in there and thank them. Let them know that you appreciate them watching your videos. Let them know that you appreciate them just being around. You know what I mean? That's the best thing that you can do for a subscriber video, unless you do something outrageous, you know, to where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. He is also a dancer at Tan's Tiki Lounge. Well, that's on Tuesday. I'm only a dancer there on Tuesday. I'm not a dancer there all the time, you know. You weren't supposed to tell anybody that. Let's see here. Nick, I love your vids. Jake Plays, thank you. Chiba Gaming, I will do a channel review at my first 1,000 subscribers. That's cool. Nick, if you didn't do YouTube, what would you do? I was doing graphic design before YouTube, so I would probably do that. I would just go do graphic design, or, you know, other things related to that. I'm a big fan of doing things that you enjoy and cutting off things that you don't enjoy. So if I was doing something that I didn't like, then I would basically work really hard trying to find ways to do something that I would enjoy more. So that's what I would do if I was not doing YouTube. And if I wasn't actually spending time in videos and stuff like that, then what did I do before I started making videos on YouTube with my free time? Yeah, just hang out, make stuff, do more design stuff, but more, you know, just stuff that I like to do. Hey Nick, when should you start live streaming? Whenever you want. Whenever you want to start live streaming, you know, from your computer, you know, the phone, you got to wait for it until they roll it out to everybody. But for your computer, start whenever you like. You know, it's the thing is when you when you start live streaming, you know, unless you're really good at talking on camera, you're really good at free thought. Like how I just got caught up trying to say that, for example, which means that I'm not good at it yet. As much practicing as you can possibly do before you get a lot of people watching your videos is probably a good idea. Frank M. Tech just got here. What's going on, Frank Tech? Welcome. Fist bump to Frank Tech. Nick, if you had $1 million, what would you spend it on? You know, that's an amazing question, actually. But I would spend $1 million on, what is it, a Bugatti cost $1 million, right? Yeah, just buy one Bugatti and then start over again. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, $1 million, I would just invest that $1 million into other things so that it would just keep making me more money. I wouldn't just spend it. How would you market a free thought channel? For example, I can talk about rap and wrestling all day, but they are so different. Any ideas? Okay, a free thought channel to where you're just talking about stuff. It's kind of like a vlog, right? Like, you're not a vlog where you're like out in the world, but that's something kind of like Philip DeFranco doesn't do that. He talks about current events, but you could do a Philip DeFranco style video where you're just sitting in front of the camera and you're going at it, just doing your free thought stuff, and then just, you know, cut out your ums and ahs, and then you are good to go. Okay. Let's see here. How can I best practice free thought? You know, this is funny because part of the course that I'm working on, part of that course is about presenting and how to present on camera and how to get used to being on camera and being comfortable in front of the camera and being comfortable just talking, right? One way that is really good to practice free thought, and this is going to sound kind of crazy, and you're probably going to think I'm a crazy person for suggesting this, but in your day-to-day life, if you're in the car by yourself, talk out loud. Practice getting your thoughts, all the stuff that's running through your head, that whole universe that you live in inside your head of thoughts bouncing around. Work on learning how to filter that out in a conversational way. So if you're driving around in your car, practice talking just like you would do it in a video, or just like you would plan to do in a video. When you're home alone, right? Stand in front of the mirror or just walk around your place talking, right? Not just talking gibberish, but talking just like you would in a video. So one way that you can do it is pick a topic, right? So let's say that you are talking about coffee. So what you would do is you would just start rambling on about coffee. You would say, okay, well, I'm going to talk about coffee, and I'm going to say, just the whole video is going to be about how much I love coffee. So you just start talking about coffee, and you just practice letting those thoughts come out. And a lot of times you're going to stop yourself and you're going to say, you know what, that sounded stupid. But that's okay because you're practicing. It doesn't matter. You just keep going and keep rolling. Oh, in video, no ums, no ahs, no buts. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I do that a lot in my live streams because I'm still in the habit. I'm trying to work out of it. Owen, you do public speaking, so you're a lot more versed in it than I am. But for me, this whole live thing and not being able to edit it is a new idea. So, well, it's not a new idea. It's just something that I'm not as used to. So I still throw in a lot of ums and ahs, and I'll have some dead space and things like that. But the more I do it, the better that I'm getting at it. One idea for free thought learning is to try something out like Toastmasters. Yeah, excellent tip, Gord. Nick, do you have advice on building up my YouTube channel? The Iron Gamer, if you head over to my channel page, I have an entire channel on advice on building up your YouTube channel. I do free thought all the time. I love it. Yeah, and that's another thing, guys, with free thought, right? Like, if you are, and like is another thing you don't want to say a lot. You might as well throw that there with ums and ums. But with free thought stuff, basically, see, now I'm being conscious of it. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, basically with free thought stuff, it's just practicing as much as you can and getting used to processing that information through. Hey, Owen, thanks for stopping by, man. And guys, make sure that you head over and check out his channel as well. And enjoy San Diego. Yeah, oh, dude, I saw, you're probably gone already. But yeah, I saw Owen on your Snapchat. You were interviewing Ty Lopez. That was pretty cool. Okay. Nick, please reply. Okay, this is from Emerald Craft. Nick, please reply. What is your best achievement besides YouTube? My best achievement besides YouTube is having an understanding of who I am and having an understanding of what is important to me and what is not important to me, and having the ability to manage myself and my emotions in a way that helps me enjoy my life as much as possible. Even though, you know, like I live in Thailand, and a lot of people think that it's like this crazy lifestyle because I'm in Thailand, but it's not. I live like a normal day-to-day life, but because I have learned to have that peace within myself, even like a day-to-day life, I get massive pleasure out of almost every minute of my day. So that to me is my greatest achievement. And a lot of that has come from age, but I'm also an avid meditator, and a lot of that has come from meditation as well. So underneath the bottle, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Emerald Craft, my pleasure. Thanks for asking. That's actually like an off-the-bar kind of question, so I enjoyed that. Should I open an Instagram account to grow my YouTube channel? Frank M. Tech. Yes and no. Here's the thing. If you open an Instagram account and you're spending tons of time trying to grow your Instagram account, That's time that you're not spending trying to grow your YouTube account. That's time that you're not spending making videos. That's time that you're not spending reading blogs on how to grow your channel, watching videos on how to grow your channel, and how to expand your reach here on YouTube. So what I would do, what I did actually, is focus on one platform first, get really good at it. And, maybe you'll have accounts on the other ones, which I recommend, especially if you're trying to, hold on to your username or the name of your brand. Go ahead and get those accounts, but don't actually start being active on them until you go ahead and get one platform out of the way. So if you are opening an Instagram for the sake of growing your YouTube channel, you're better off focusing all of your efforts on YouTube first, and then getting that going that way, learning how to rank your videos, making more videos so that you can learn how to make better videos and things like that. And then once you're comfortable there, and once you've gained a bit of a following there, then head over to Instagram, then head over to Twitter, then head over to Snapchat and start doing that. Owen is really good about being everywhere, but me personally, I like to just focus on one place, get really good at that, and then go over. Like right now, for example, if you guys head over to my Instagram, Instagram.com/Nick Nimmin, I've just recently started doing regular uploads there because I was focusing all of my efforts here on YouTube. I would upload from time to time, but I just recently started uploading on a regular basis over there. What's going on, Helms? In the house, Magic Taco in the house. Nice seeing you. How do you know so much about YouTube? Lots of time, lots of study, lots of trial and error. And I also have clients that I work with too, so I have access to my own data and from 2 channels, plus data from another channel that I just uploaded a couple of videos to. But that particular the topics on that channel were really hot, and they ended up getting a lot of views. This was a couple years ago, and the data that comes from clients that I work with. YouTube, clients that I work with. The Iron Gamer, what mic do you recommend? It depends on the type of content that you are doing. For me, right now, I'm using an ATR 887, an Audio-Technica ATR 875R. I have that routed into this little converter here because it's an XLR mic, and then that's coming up into my phone. But I use this same mic for my normal videos as well. It's a fantastic mic. I also have somewhere it's in the other room, I have a Rode VideoMic Pro as well. And I just picked up a Boya lavalier microphone, a BY-M1 I think it is. And I'm going to be using that for more YouTube videos because I have a mobile series coming up. Let's see here. Could live streaming without showing my face work? Maybe, but you're gonna miss that connection with people, and that's the beauty of live streams is you really have that connection. Like right now, like we're able to talk. I mean, if you weren't showing your face, hey, later, Mina. Take care, and you are amazing also, guys. One more shout out to Mina. If you want to see somebody do an awesome live stream, like her channel is almost all live streams. If you want to see somebody that's really good at live streaming, head over and check out the Universe Guru. Really good stuff over there. Hey Nick, I'm starting my mobile gaming channel, and I just hit 500 subs yesterday. Videos get from 200 to 1,500 views. Is that good for starters? Yeah, that's okay. 1,500 views is, that's good for starters. And from 10 to 30 likes per video, yeah, that's good. That's good for starters. And the thing is those metrics, right, that we all kind of live and die by here on YouTube, as far as what's good and what's bad, it's all relative to what it is that you're trying to do and how important the different aspects of it are to you. Like if you're trying to be a big YouTuber, then focusing on those numbers is important, but it's more important that you focus on making and learning to make content that keeps people engaged in your channel and into your videos so that they'll watch more of it. I mean, that's the whole idea. You want people to come into your channel and just binge watch as much as possible, and you get rewarded for that from YouTube. What USB mic do you recommend? Personally, I have this. It's not very good. My brother has a Blue Yeti, and that one is okay. I know a lot of YouTubers use that. The downside of the Blue Yeti is there's a decent amount of noise that can come from it, just ambient noise. So keep that in mind. But the Blue Yeti is a really popular mic for YouTubers. It'll burn you out too fast to focus on sub numbers. It really does, you know, and that kind of takes us back to what we were talking about originally with motivation and consistency, right? Like when you're focusing so hard on those numbers that you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I've made these videos and I'm not getting any subscribers coming in, or, you know, I'm not getting a lot of views or whatever, it can really do a number on your mind state. So it's really important to, I mean, you want to look at your numbers just to make sure that you are, you know, just so that you're not lying to yourself, you know. So like, let's say for example, you've got 50 videos on your channel, you know, you should have some subscribers, you should have some views. And if you don't, then that means that your videos are not that good, or good enough to keep people watching and coming back, or that you don't know how to promote your videos. And in that case, then you really need to learn how to promote your videos, because you're wasting a lot of time and effort on videos that people are not seeing. So that's extremely important. Blue Yeti is awesome. Yeah, we're getting some good feedback on the Blue Yeti. What is the best place? Hey, Tilak. What is the best place to, what? Mine is my D? You're watching it right now? Oh, wow. You guys getting some serious feedback here? What is the best place? Wow. Yeah, thank you. Mine is my D? You're watching it right now? Oh, wow. You guys getting some serious feedback here? Best place? Talk to me, guys. You've heard that the whole stream. Yeah, thank you. Oh, wow. Wow. Talk to me, guys. You've heard that the whole stream. Oh, wow. No feedback for you, Rocky Trolley? It's coming through clear? Interesting. Wow. Yeah, it could be the battery. I still hear it high. It's staticky. Later, the Iron Gamer. No feedback for you, Rocky Trolley? It's coming through clear? Did not hear it before now. Interesting. Okay, guys, that's cool. Yeah, I'm having a tech problem here, so I will just go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. We've been on here almost 2 hours anyway. So, guys, thanks for coming in and hanging out. Guys, if you have not checked out Paul's channel yet, Paul, go ahead and drop a link to your channel. Gord, drop a link to your channel. These guys have helped moderate this chat, and they've done a fantastic job. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Go check out Gord's channel. Go check out Paul's channel. Gord makes video related content. Paul makes success-driven related content. And also make sure that you go to my channel page and that you check out my merchandise store, because it is now open where you can get these shirts. And also make sure to head over Instagram and follow me at instagram.com/Nick Nimmin. And I will see you guys over there. And I have a new series that I'm launching on Monday where I'm doing mobile related videos. So make sure that you guys stick around for that. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button somewhere on this page so that you can learn more YouTube related and more video related things. And make sure that you hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.